they gon' do with me now? I'm still the talk of the town. Don't need assistance, I'm hooking them down. We turn the smiles into frowns. Gang hop out, then we clearing the.
Hi everybody, I'm Enrique and welcome back to another episode of the Talk of the Town show. Today we have a really special guest on the platform. We've got...
Woah Ty, Love Tai, whatever you call me now, but yeah, what's up?
Yeah, we got the city's mayor, the real mayor of New York City over here, DJ Woah Ty.
We're trying, man, we're trying, that's it.
Yeah. DJ Woah Ty, which pronunciation do you feel?
I don't know, that's like a big debate I've been having recently. It's like, should I change it, should I not? But we'll see what happens. You know what I want to do? This, you know, someone came up to me today. I just want to be Ty.
Just Ty.
Just Ty.
Interesting.
So we gotta, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
I need that two-letter Instagram. That's it. TY.
Word. That's bad. Cool. Okay. The de-evolution from Woah Ty. Maybe some people know you as Love Tai. I know some people have definitely been like, "Yo, you're friends with Love Tai, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, kinda. It's not really what he goes by, but yeah."
Yeah. Nah. Hopefully we can make that switch and it's just Ty. That's
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Type shit. All right, well, before we get to Love Tai, let's bring it back to the beginning. How did you, is DJing what you first started out with? Like, how did you fall in love with music to begin with in general?
Oh, man, yeah, no, so I mean, I've loved music since I was like a kid, and you were there for a lot of it. You've known me since I was 16?
Word, yeah, I forget that sometimes.
Yeah,
like, I didn't even know
I'm
that
like
you were younger than
now.
Me.
It's crazy.
Word, it's been a minute.
Yeah. But no, I started just, messing around with a couple artists that were in Queens. I grew up in Queens. And yeah, just sticking around artists and producers and just trying, I got little trends here, trends there. I was producing for a while. I bounced around labels doing the A&R work, hung out with Respect the Collective.
Word.
And then, just things have been everywhere, but, we're doing, I think, a good job.
Yeah.
That's it. Trying to keep shit pushing. That's it.
Nice. Now that's what's up. Yeah, I would say you're doing a pretty good job. Most definitely. When when it comes to like DJing itself, when was the first time you did that? When were you like, okay, despite doing all the production stuff, all the A&R work, this DJ thing is really what I'm rocking with?
Yeah, no, I mean, I've always wanted to be a DJ. I mean, I literally grew up listening to Hot 97 and like guys like DJ Camilo and Flex. So just hearing them in the radio, literally every morning going to school, I was just like, all right, this is what I gotta do. This is what I want to do. But there's steps to even, getting booked and doing that stuff. So, I mean, I was just messing around at first. I think I got my board when I was like 13,
oh, wow.
12, 13, yeah, but I was just
young.
messing around with it. But then back to Respective again, yeah, they're probably like the first ones that really gave me like a gig.
Wow.
Yeah, for like Fashion Week.
Oh, yeah.
And I definitely lied to them. I was like, bro, I DJ all these clubs. Like, I got a good DJ, don't worry. And they were like, oh, fire, all right, bet. So pull up tomorrow. Yeah. And then ever since then, that's when it started going. And I was really trying to, it's tough being a DJ in New York because you got to, separate yourself somehow. But it took a couple of years. But now that I'm legal in the clubs, it makes it a lot easier. I'll tell you that. That's for sure.
Can't get denied.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, nah, especially I know sometimes like they kind of bend the rules for talent, even though it's, somewhat ethically questionable. But, it is what it is sometimes. That's the music industry.
Yeah, no, I never had trouble with it until like right before I turned 21. Like those last 6 months, and the name was building before that. That's why I was kind of like, I was getting, the club offers, the people hit me up, promoters. Yeah. And then I wouldn't tell them that. And then when they do find out, they're like, yo, like, this is low-key gonna screw you or us. And then, so I did my time, but, we're here now. We're ready. That's it.
Word, fuck it, we here.
Yeah.
Damn, okay. Well, what was that first set like?
I killed it. No, I don't care what nobody says. From what I remember, it was a Respective party on the rooftop.
Oh shit!
At Greg's rooftop.
No way.
Yeah.
Was it when they were doing that like that $100 day?
No, that was before that.
It was
maybe
before
like
that?
2 or 3 weeks
but it was
before
that same summer, right?
Yeah.
Damn,
it was like
crazy.
a New York Fashion Week thing.
Yeah.
And that was like when Respective was like low-key killing it, but like really just starting.
Yeah.
So maybe like 100 to 200 people there, something small, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
What I remember, okay, maybe now that I'm like, a little grown and better, it was probably awful, but I remember I was killing that shit though. I played For Free by Drake.
Yeah.
And that's all I remember playing. But I remember that one song and it did really well. And I was like, oh man, Like I made it. This is it.
Nah. Holy shit. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. That was great. That was, an experience to say the least.
Yeah, I think I remember that the first time that the first time I met you was at, not the rooftop party, not that one. I think it was the one after that they did for like the $100 day.
And that was a
music
big
videos.
one, right?
I left early that day, but that shit was crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of people at that one.
I think Spider Cuz pulled up to that one, right?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Spider Cuz.
I missed out crazy.
Yeah, that one was packed. Yeah.
Word.
We got in trouble that night with the police too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that may have been like my second set because I was I was just riding. I was like, fuck it. But that was cool. Good times.
Yeah, bro's just been out here doing set after set, and yeah, I remember a few of them got shut down too. That was crazy. Okay, when it comes to like actually DJing and stuff, do you like do improv work on it, like just kind of feel out the crowd, or do you like plan sets out depending on what the occasion is?
Yeah, I mean, this is probably like an awful answer, and I don't suggest this because I have a bunch of DJ friends that like really plan, and they plan this, plan that, but I really just go and play music, I mean, I feel like, growing up in New York, there's already like a set of songs that's like, all right, no matter what, these are the songs you have to play, right? And then based on how the crowd reacts to that, now you got the Jersey Club, and then you can run to the Spanish, but yeah, it's a lot of just like in the moment, what do people like, and even now, like even the bigger spots that we're doing, it's just like nobody cares like how cool the transition is. No one's paying attention to that, It's just like, come on, switch the song. Let's go, switch the song. So that's it.
So what do you think? What are the 5 songs you think need to be played at every New York City function, party, set, or at least like for right now, 2025?
Okay, so I just saw a debate about this the other day too.
Okay.
But 5 songs right now, and I'm gonna hit everything, right? So, Ooh, Young and May, always has to be played. Ooh, no matter what, always has to be played.
Wow, that was a time.
Nah, it has to be played. I'm not the second one. I'm not allowed to say the second word, but Hot.
Okay.
That one's got to be played.
They're still searching for the hat to this day.
Yep. No, that one's got to be played. No matter what, I always want to play Cash. So Tripping on a Yacht has to be played. That's another one. The whole thing.
The whole thing.
We're not changing that shit.
That's crazy.
We got to get the bass swag verse. And we got to get the Rob verse.
Damn.
And then we change the song. Nah, I don't care. That's just got to be played front to back. What is that, 3?
Yeah, it's 3.
Let me see. Obviously, I think Or What is still like crazy in the clubs no matter what. Yeah, Or What's doing really, really well.
Yeah.
And then I don't want to give a basic answer and just say Dreams and Nightmares for the last one.
Honestly, I don't even know how that song... Damn, I'm gonna catch a lot of heat for this. I don't really know how that song still goes off on the spot. Like, I can't be so lit to the point that I want to hear Meek Mill and everybody and their moms like go off with him for like a minute and a half before the beat drops.
See,
that's mad annoying.
That's my problem is that like, and I kind of started realizing that was like I started playing for myself in the clubs because like when you just start DJing a lot, you're like, all right, no way I'm about to play Dreams at Night, no way I'm about to play Fiend, like all like the basic stuff. So like I'll really just start playing whatever I want to hear. But it's hot in New York, like I've been playing what's it called? The In Your Eyes freestyle, the Kyle Rich one.
Yeah, that one's tough. That one's really taking off.
Every time it's been hitting. So yeah, that's been cool.
Yeah.
But I the one thing though I love about living here in New York and DJing here in New York is that the music here is just so different from everywhere else. It's so fucking different. Like literally, I DJed in Miami like 2 weeks ago, and I'm DJing Miami this weekend, and it's just like you can't even play half the songs that we play here or there.
Oh, word?
It's so crazy the difference because they're very they got the Miami artists, but they're just still on the mainstream.
Wow.
But you come here,
and
you could play. You go to 4-1, then you go to Spanish, and then you go to the main, and then you could throw it back to, that was hot here in like 2013, 2014.
Yeah.
Like the Troy Ave and all that shit. So
Damn,
that's what I like
crazy.
about being here, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, nah, that's what's up. I feel like, especially being over here in New York, like we're kind of spoiled by all the different music that is popping over here. Whether it's like people coming over here to make music from other places around the world or even the country, or just like the different underground niches. Like there's no Baby Osama in Miami,
Yeah.
Like they have like their own versions and stuff like that. But you're not going to find a Baby Osama in Miami the same way you would find a Baby Osama here in New York City.
Hell no. And then another thing is too, it's just everybody wants to come here. You know, everybody wants to come here, and no matter what, if you're making music, the label's gonna bring you here at some point. You know.
Yeah.
So that's why I just think it's so diverse, and you can literally play anything. You know, like literally anything. But it depends where you're at too, though. You go uptown, you better play the dembow.
Yeah.
And then you go downtown, you can kind of like go everywhere. That's the only, I think downtown is where you can go like whatever you're feeling.
And like certain spots in Midtown, it's like kind of EDM-y.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel that. All right, but let's fast forward a little bit more so now to Love Tai, the Love Tai era, if you will. Yeah. What got you started with just wanting to make a content series surrounded by like DJing?
Yeah, so I mean, my biggest motivation was just really just not getting booked. Like I really wanted to, you know, separate myself from everybody else, you know, and just the other DJs in general. Like I'm saying, like even like doing the A&R thing and being around all these artists, like I know like this artist that's coming tonight and they know me, they know I'm DJing, and then they'll switch it for another DJ. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't keep going through this crap. So I really just started it honestly to kind of separate myself a little bit, just to make content at first. You know, that was kind of the idea. It was just like, I think you were at the first one too.
Yeah. I was.
I remember we had, I didn't know who to ask either, because I had the idea and I really just wanted to DJ, but I also wanted to try something with artists. So, you know, shout out to the guys that trusted me at the time, you know, and I'm not gonna say we're anywhere crazy yet, but we still got, you know, a lot of work to do. But, you know, shout out Fergie, baby.
Word.
Yeah, shout out Paris Bryant.
Word.
You know, those are the two artists that really were like, listen, I don't know what you're trying to do here, but we'll come through, you know?
Yeah.
And if I didn't do that first one, I kind of wouldn't know the direction I really wanted to go. Because after seeing it and like sharing it to a couple of the homies, they were all like, yo, I don't think you understand what you just did. Like, this is a platform. Yeah. You know, this is a real platform. You just got to get it. Get the right artist through the door, and then everybody else is gonna want to, you know, start coming in. So, I mean, we're doing well. Yeah. I got a lot more work to do. You know, if you ask me, I feel like I haven't even started yet. I really feel like that. But at first it was really just separation from all the DJs. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, no, definitely. Like that's something I hear a lot of amongst the DJ crowd, is that there's a lot of DJs nowadays. And the field has just become so saturated because everybody wants to be a DJ. Of
course. No, and DJing, I say it all the time. Anybody that asks me is like, is it hard? I think DJing is a scam. Like, it really, I think this is the biggest scam in the world. Let's be so honest. All you got to do.
Says the DJ.
No, literally. If you've been, it is a scam. You know, I've seen influencers becoming DJs now. Even like promoters that are becoming DJs, you know? Yeah. And it's really just, you know, if you know what songs to play, you know what's hot, and you know how to click play and pause, I think you can do it. Yeah. It's just now, you know, creating that separation, you know, what's gonna, you know, make you different than another DJ, you know, because everything's just a look now, you know, literally everything. Yeah. So, definitely.
So, now with the content popping off in the way it has, getting all of these artists on, have you seen like a noticeable effect from that, like a ripple effect, if you will?
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, what I was really gonna do, I was gonna spam content when I first started. I was just like, you know what, like, cause you see all these creators, like, you gotta be consistent, you gotta keep it going, blah blah blah. Yeah. And I believe in that, you know, for what you're trying to do. But then there's also the other way you can go, where it's kind of like, you know what, I'm gonna drop one, and then people be like, yo, how the did that person get on there? How did Ty even get that person through the door? And then drop one like 2 weeks later. How to, you know, and then really just keep it going. And I think now, even with the Instagram feature, with the collabing with the artists, I think that's really where I was like, okay, this can take off. Because now it's not just some repost that you're getting, you know, and that's something I try to make clear to every artist. I'm like, yo, you're coming through, we're going to get all these people here, we're going to, whether we're previewing a track or, you know, you're dropping this as a teaser or this is a part of your rollout, you got to collab on it. Because now, obviously, it's super beneficial for me. But then again, you're getting dope-ass content. Like, you know, like, I've had so many people that are like, I've never, and I don't even like saying that because I don't want to toot my own horn, but people are like, I've never seen this before. Like you're doing an event, people are coming and previewing the music, and there's actual energy within the content, you know? Yeah. And that's something I saw off the first video with Fergie Baby. I was like, holy shit, like this could really do something. I just got to actually, you know, do it.
Yeah.
And not let it just be a conversation, you know? So, yeah, I think as far as like the ripple effect, yeah, everybody seeing it, I think makes other artists like really excited, to just come and experience it, you know?
Yeah, no, most definitely. I've been to several.
we
as
You've been to damn near every single. Have you missed one?
If there, there was the Wolf-Face Joy one I got there at the very end of.
Okay.
That was just a train issue, and anything that hasn't been in New York, I haven't gone to.
No,
leaving New York, but
no, you've been there since the beginning, man.
Word, I've been there for a few.
Yeah, no.
Of all the Love Ties that are out now, currently released, do you have one that's been a personal favorite?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Which one?
R2R Moe.
Yeah?
Oh man, yo, cause
that one was crazy.
Nah, the way that happened was like, cause I usually try to get, you know, I had a bunch of the homegirls up, and now, you know, we post on the story. We always make sure we get a bunch of girls there, so it looks good, everything looks great. But I remember R2R Moe just walks in there with all his homies. And it's like, yo, watch out, just watch out. And then we played like what? He probably played like 3 or 4 songs.
Yeah, it was active.
Every song at that Snowmilk store, every song. Just energy, and then based off that, I think that really changed the dynamic of how I want to do it too. And when I'm telling artists now too, I'm like, yo, if you're gonna come, and especially if you're doing something unreleased, bring your people, because if you bring your people that know the song, it's gonna make the video look even better, even better. So yeah, when R2R Moe came in with all that energy, it was that was a good time. That was cool.
Yeah, I could see how just that energy is super infectious too. You know, them being their friend, having listened to Unreleased for God knows how long, knowing it by heart. Like those are those organic moments that, even though it is like somewhat created because we're all like meeting here at this place, it's still organic because like you don't plan for that to happen. But like the beauty of it is it does, and it comes out looking fire.
Oh no, 100%. I think another thing is like it's not a music video, you know, so we're not cutting it up or any type of way, and you may get in the shot, or that's the part where your homie is supposed to go crazy if you do something, you know, like that. But like, you know, no matter what, like the whole idea of it is people having a good time or getting lit to whatever song it is on content, you know. Preferably, I tell everyone to do it before it comes out, because that's when you get the public to see, you know, the reactions or whatnot. So I think we're doing a pretty good job. There's a lot more things I want to do, but right now I think we're on the right path.
Yeah, most definitely. I'd agree. I'd say people are definitely taking notice. I'd say the city's definitely taking notice. I'd say people might even be taking some inspiration, I guess is one word you can say.
Inspiration.
I think that people definitely are taking note of what you're doing, and I'd say that they're trying to implement it in the best way they possibly can, without saying that people are just like copying.
I already know. I've seen it, and listen, it's cool, but nothing, you know. Yo, shout out to Jai, my boy Jai, my videographer for Love Tai. Yeah, because he knows.
Word. Yeah. Shout out to Jai.
If Jai wasn't there, and if Jai didn't, wasn't behind the camera, just pretty much directing it for me, we wouldn't be where we're at. But like, yeah, Jai really I think he is what's the difference between anybody that copies it, because you just can't do what Jai does. There's no other Jais. So shout out to Jai. But then as far as everybody copying, I mean, what are you gonna do? That's it, you know.
Yeah, they do say that imitation is the most sincere form of flattery.
Yeah, I know. And I'm not gonna lie, at first I was feeling the type of way. I was like, all right, are we serious now? Like, come on. God damn. I just turned 21, I'm still a baby or whatever. You guys are trying to bite off me. Like, you know, there is no team here. It's literally just me. And, shout out to Greg too. Greg's the homie. With Greg and Jai, and we're just trying to fucking run it up. But damn, really biting it like that? Yeah. Same angles and everything. I'm just like, all right, listen, separation. Now you got to separate from that. Yeah. And then really, put a name on it. That's it. This is what it is. That's cute.
Word. Now the sauce is really in the separation, or rather, the separation is in the sauce.
Yeah, no, everything's separation. You know, just no matter what, people are gonna do the same thing. You know, even with music, you know, everybody wants to do the sexy drill, right? But then,
oh yeah, what, I know a thing or two about that.
Of course, yeah. But then, what happens? You know, like Cash Cobain and even Bass Swag are like, okay, that's cool. Yeah. But now we're gonna take the shit to all different heights, you know, and they did exactly that. So yeah, no matter what, it's gonna come, and it's probably gonna be a ton more. But you know, we gotta just keep pushing it. You know, that's it.
Word. I want to ask you a few more things before we wrap it up. What that you're willing to reveal? I get it. You know, future plans under wraps, no worries. But what are some things you have coming in the future that you're pretty excited about in relation to Love Tai?
Of course.
Being a DJ. Yeah. Maybe even other things of that nature.
I mean, it's been an event so far. Like everything's been an event. So it's like I want everybody to have a good time while they're there. And you know how it is. We post 24 hours before. Whoever comes, and they experience what it's like to kind of be in a. Because I think the word boiler room or whatever is not as popular in New York. So doing that, especially with the hip hop artists and the hip hop scene here, I think that's where we're really, really getting the attention. So as far as future plans, I really, really want to do something. I'm not gonna say the artist, but I have something planned where we could pretty much put like 1,000 people in a venue. And pretty much make it a monthly thing where we just do one huge Love Tai with one huge artist, and we make it like an event, So that's something I'm looking forward to. And in June, I'm hoping to start that really soon. And then other than that, I mean, I'm trying to travel, I'm doing Paris Fashion Week.
Oh shit, that's crazy. That's fire. What the fuck?
I mean, I don't think I told you that.
That's crazy. That's fire.
Yeah, no, bouncing to Paris Fashion Week. I'm lining some stuff with artists down there. And my biggest thing is I want to just keep changing the locations. Like when we go to Miami, I want to do the beach with some artists, the pool party, go to a strip club. I want to keep changing the background. So that's what I'm telling all these artists. I'm like, yo, listen, like, yeah, you can come. I'll get you a big venue. I'll get you a store. It'll look cool. And that's great. But like changing the actual location, oh man, it looks great. Like when we did a K camp, just in the middle of
the street, colonial ass road.
The buildings in the back. And I even told them, I was like, this may be crazy and we might get in trouble, but if we do it in 10 minutes, it'd be fire. And the K camp was like, all right, fuck it.
And it was done in 10 minutes and it was fire.
It worked out. But I'm excited. There's so many possibilities, so many things that you could do when you have something like this. And it's weird because I even ask people, I'm like, yo, like, what do I do? But then they're also like, this hasn't really been done. Like, so you're in a weird position of, I could try to copy this one, I could try to copy that one, but it doesn't really make as much sense as, brands, I guess, that are doing their same thing. So we'll see what happens, but I'm excited. I just want to grow, I want to get bigger, and I want to have fun with it. That's it.
You have artist Love Tai, but you also have DJs Love Tai.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to ask, like, how that's been going and what's it been like, just like, because I feel like the DJ community is a little tight-knit as much as it is split in the same time, and I feel like what you've been doing with the Love Tai platform, using it for artists as well as DJs, has been a really great thing. So I just wanted to pick your brain about that a little bit.
Yeah, so no, we've done a couple of DJs now. Shout out DJ Zoe. Shout out Lily. I love Lily.
Shout out Lily.
I think Lily's so dope. But as far as, actual DJing, like that's where I want to get really talented DJs on, and that's where like the cool transitions come into play, and the right ear, So I won't lie, I'm a little picky as to who gets on, the DJ aspect of things, just because like I said, it's a separation. Even just the content itself is separation. So I want to give something to the DJs that I think really deserve it. Especially here in the city. So so far, we've done a couple now, but shout out Zoe and Lily. Those two are killing it. Hell yeah.
Word. Yeah, they've been fucking tearing it up. And to see them, to see you give them the platform to do that too, is fire. It's really awesome.
They deserve it. Those two have been grinding for a minute. And even when I'm lit and I'm at the clubs, I'm always like, yo, like, so fire. So the fact that I'm able to like be able to give them something, where they just get content and they could show like on social media, not just, you got to go to the club. They can show on social media like, hey, like this is what I could do. I think that's super helpful and only help them, you know, and the Love Tai thing as well. I think it's beneficial on both parts. So
yeah, most definitely. All right, but so we got that out the way. Now that we've talked a little bit about people copying you, now that that's the case, do you plan on switching up your rollout anyway?
I think, the way I roll it out and the way I'm trying to go about it is, I want it to just be like, boom, like what the fuck moments, So like, I think this week in particular, I'm not really feeling dropping one this week. But I may not, and sometimes the artists will just hit me up and be like, yo, let's drop one today. Like it's going on TikTok right now. So yeah, I'm not hyping anything up, once it happens, and it's the same thing for releasing the content, even the parties. The parties, I won't know sometimes the artist is coming until that morning. So I'm like, yo, Love Tai tonight, come through. And people are like, well, who's coming? I'm like, I don't know, just show up. So I'm just gonna keep, doing the same thing and just randomly doing it. I think that's what makes it exciting.
Okay, so how do you go about picking the artists?
I mean, honestly, I've got a lot of artists on that I personally like, and some of them are, even guys like I grew up listening to in New York. I've hit them up, and some of these, I call them old heads now. Yeah. But they're like, what are you trying to do? Like I don't really get the whole content thing. I'm like, just trust me, So, whatever Lil Tai listened to growing up, those are artists I'm hitting up now. I'm like, yo, you want to do this? And if we get them, it's dope. If we can't, whatever. But then as far as other artists getting on, I just think it's especially in New York, whoever's really just putting the foot to the floor and has a movement and is exciting. Yeah. If you're not really excited about coming, don't come. But those guys that are bringing the energy, that want to do it, that it shows through the content, and that's the best way to get it done.
Nice. Okay, bet. And all right, so last question: who are 5 artists of yours that are? Let me rephrase that. I fucked that up. I'm sorry. who are 5 dream artists that you want to get on the Love Tai platform?
5 dream artists. Damn. Okay. I'm gonna go big, and then I'm gonna go to artists I really, really like right now. Obviously, I wanna expand this thing. I wanna go absolutely crazy with it. So, Drake, is that crazy?
The boy.
I mean, listen. Drake touches it. So, listen. If we ever get Drake, that'd be super cool. Definitely Drake. I would love to do. Man, I'm trying to think. I would love to do like the Spanish artists. So I would love to do like the Bad Bunny. Okay, that's cool. Those are my two crazy ones. Let me get this out the way. But other than that, okay, three ones I really want to do. I want to do Callan for real. Okay, Callan for real is dope. I want to do Highway. Have you heard of Highway?
I don't think I have.
Highway 2009.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely sent you this stuff.
Yeah, you definitely have in the past. That's why I was like, the name sounds familiar.
Yeah, okay. I want to do Callan for real. I want to do Highway, and I want to do Rob 49. Okay.
That would be fine.
I'm sorry, but I love those 3. I love those 3. Personally, that's what I probably listen to right now. And I also want to do some crazy stuff where if we get to that point, I want to do like the EDM stuff. I want to get into something crazy, like the Rufus do soul. Okay. Yeah, like I want to do something really, really crazy, So as we grow it and we get away from the hip hop, I want to do, Spanish, the EDM, shit, even country. We'll see what happens, Yeah. But yeah, I'm here for it.
All right, bet. That's what's up. All right, cool. Ty, thank you so much for popping out. Thank you for coming through.
I appreciate it.
I
love you, Enrique.
Thank you, Ty. I love you too.
Of course.
Why don't you tell people where they can find you?
All right, so you can find me on Instagram and pretty much everything at It's Woah Ty. And yeah, that's where the Love Tai lives, and we'll keep going from there. That's it.
All right. Peace.